Hey guys, in this video, we're going to be checking out the 5 best gaming smartphones. Product on our list is the Sony Xperia XZ2. This is a great value per dollar option, coming at $368. The Sony Xperia XZ2 offers excellent value for the dollar, especially if you plan on using it as a gaming device. At $368, it offers a decent hardware set that features a Qualcomm Snapdragon M845 CPU, 6GB of RAM, and 64GB of internal storage if you plan on installing a lot of games. The 5.7-inch display runs a 2160 by 1080 Full HD resolution, which is below average compared to others in its class that utilize QHD displays. It's a small price to pay given decent bezel size. It does support HDR upscaling for better color quality and deeper, richer blacks, and that translates over to HDR content from streaming services like YouTube, Netflix, and Amazon. It's bright and robust enough to make up for its lack of QHD resolution. Battery life is so-so and can get you through the day with little trouble. It does include wireless charging, which is a plus if you have the appropriate mat or tech inside your car to keep it topped up. This is bound to affect gaming, especially if you're going all in for some long sessions. Make sure you're ready to plug that charging cable in. Camera performance isn't bad at all, featuring a 19MP Motion Eye camera that can record in 4K and still produce top-notch photography at the same time. Speaking of which, Sony has pulled out all the stops with the inclusion of the Sony G lens, Exmor RS sensors, and Bion's mobile image processing technologies that they've packed into this device. It can record full HD video at 960 frames per second for extreme slow-motion video capture. It may be overkill, but it's neat nonetheless. Gaming performance is about mid-range in the smartphone market, thanks largely to the Snapdragon 845 and 4GB of RAM. It may struggle on some of the newer, more graphically intensive titles, but that's a foreseeable consequence for a device at this price range. It's still a great option for those looking to stretch the dollar a bit more to get some great performance out of their phone. The features include good display, 5.7 inches, 18:9 Full HD+, 1080 by 2160 HDR display. Strong hardware, Qualcomm SDM845 Snapdragon 845, the memory is 64GB with 6GB of RAM, the camera is 19MP, f2.0 25mm wide, 1 and 2.3 inch, 1.22 predictive PDAF, laser AF plus 5MP, f2.2 and 1/5 inch, and the battery is non-removable Li-ion 3180 mAh battery. Unlocked options. Unlocked cell phones are compatible with GSM carriers such as AT&T and T-Mobile, but are not compatible with CDMA carriers such as Verizon and Sprint. The pros are decent hardware, a great mixture of middle ground hardware components combined for some good gaming performance. Great camera, lots of photography and video options at a very high quality. Good battery life, get through a single day with no trouble. And for the cons, low resolution. This smartphone doesn't offer a QHD resolution, which is a drawback for a phone at this price level. The 4th product on our list is the Razer Phone 2. This is our best dedicated gaming phone, coming at $400. Razer has crafted a smartphone with a primary focus on gaming, dubbed the Razer Phone 2. At $400, it is pricey, but it has the hardware to stand apart from its competitors, making it an attractive option for those who want a device with a singular goal. The Razer Phone 2 features a Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 CPU clocked at 2.8 GHz and 8GB of RAM, which is astonishingly powerful for a smartphone. It features a vapor chamber cooling system that banishes heat buildup from the phone and improves overall gaming performance. That's good because the Razer Phone 2 still runs pretty hot despite the chamber cooling, but never uncomfortably for your hands. The screen sports a QHD resolution with enhanced brightness over traditional IGZO panels like the one used here. It now reaches a brightness of 645 nits, which is incredible even when used outdoors. The 1440 by 2560 resolution delivers 515 pixels per inch, which creates crystal clear visuals. What's truly impressive though is the phone's 120Hz maximum refresh rate for ultra-high frame rate gaming. To save power, you can also dial it back to 90Hz or 60Hz for a little more convenience. Camera options are fairly straightforward on the Razer Phone 2, offering just one primary wide-angle camera and a second with a 2x telephoto lens, both of which take 12-megapixel shots. It also records 4K video recording, though the quality is middle of the road. That isn't surprising given the gaming-centric design of the phone. Battery life is another matter. It'll make it through the day no problem when used for normal activities. Unfortunately, maxing out the brightness means that the battery life depletes far faster than others on the market. If you're going to game at full brightness, be sure to have a charging cable ready. The Razer Phone 2 is a gamer smartphone through and through. It's targeted clearly at gaming enthusiasts willing to compromise on everyday smartphone features in favor of wholly unnecessary yet very cool features such as 120Hz refresh rates. The features include amazing performance, 120Hz UltraMotion QHD5, 72-inch display, the fastest mobile gaming display with 50% increased brightness, plus Qualcomm Snapdragon 845. Good cooling. This phone features a custom vapor chamber cooling system for intense gaming sessions. Good speakers. Dual front-facing stereo speakers featuring Dolby Atmos and a THX certified DAC. Good battery life. Wireless fast charging with large internal 4000 mAh battery and a full day's use. The pros are gaming-centric design. This smartphone is designed first and foremost for gamers in mind, with regular smartphone features being secondary. 120Hz refresh. The ability to game in ultra-high frame rates is a major benefit of this smartphone, as are the options to dial it down to save power. Amazing display. This smartphone features a QHD display with an excellent max brightness for great gaming. And for the cons, the so-so camera. This smartphone features a fairly standard camera that gets the job done but isn't meant for high-quality photo or video. The third product on our list is the ZTE Nubia Red Magic 3. This is our best value per dollar, coming at $575. For those who want to stretch the dollar out a bit more for better hardware, the ZTE Nubia Red Magic 3 offers a lot for the money. It's a gaming-focused smartphone that hardcore gamers will appreciate not just for the hardware, but for the features as well. The Nubia Red Magic 3 runs on a Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 octa-core processor with 8GB of RAM and a generous 128GB of internal storage, which makes it a fantastic option for gamers who want to install a lot of games for easy play. The AMOLED screen features a 2340 by 1080 resolution at a super wide 19.5 by 9 aspect ratio and a pixel density of 388 for superb crystal clear images. Finally, it's juiced up with an Adreno 640 GPU for graphics processing. Aesthetically, the Nubia Red Magic 3 looks space-age, a true gamer smartphone by every standard that references many of the sleek designs found in high-priced gaming monitors. It includes a gaming port that connects to a separately purchased gaming dock, which can further connect to a computer for game streaming, which is an interesting bonus. The phone features two capacitive triggers for gaming control, as well as a 3.5mm headphone jack and a USB-C port. It even includes stereo speakers. The display is quite good and supports a refresh rate up to 90Hz with an almost bezel-free design for good edge-to-edge viewing. The 90Hz refresh rate cannot be turned down, but that's unnecessary given the large 5000 mAh battery, which is designed specifically for long gaming sessions in mind. It also has HDR support for excellent color reproduction in deep blacks, which is beneficial for gaming. Performance-wise, the Snapdragon CPU and Adreno GPU eat games for breakfast with fantastic quality across the board, even at the native 90Hz refresh rate. The phone won't win many awards for its camera, which is rather terrible, so bear this in mind before considering it as an all-purpose smartphone. Instead, this phone is aimed squarely at gamers who are looking for one amazingly powerful phone dedicated exclusively to games and not much else. The features include the body, 171.7 by 78.5 by 9.7mm, 215 grams, an unspecified version of a Corning Gorilla Glass front, metal unibody. The screen is 6.65 inches AMOLED, 1080 by 2340 px resolution, 19.5 by 9 aspect ratio, and 388 ppi. Chipset: Qualcomm STM855 Snapdragon 855 7nm, octa-core, 1 by 2.84 GHz Cryo 485 and 3 by 2.42 GHz Cryo 485 and 4 by 1.80 GHz Cryo 485. Adreno 640. The memory is 128 GB and 8 GB of RAM. OS is Android 9.0 Pie and Red Magic 2.0. Rear camera. The main is 48MP f/1.7 half-inch 0.8 pixel size, PDAF, 4320p at 15 fps, 2160p at 3060 fps video recording, H.264/H.265 and 10-bit HDR recording options. Front camera is 16MP f/2.0, 2.0 1080p at 30 fps video recording. Battery, 5000 mAh, 18-watt fast charging. Miscellaneous is game mode slider, stereo loudspeakers with DTS-X rear-mounted fingerprint reader, USB-C 3.1 connector, customizable 16.8 million color RGB strip on the back, built-in cooling fan, available in black, red, camouflage, and red-blue. The pros are fantastic performance. This smartphone is focused primarily on gaming and includes the right hardware components to handle any game you throw at it. Battery life. This smartphone features a 5000 mAh battery that is designed to last for days under normal use and longer than average for extended gaming sessions. 90Hz refresh rate. Native 90Hz refresh gives games a super responsive feel without sacrificing performance. And for the cons, the camera. This smartphone has an awful camera that should only be used for basic photography and video. Steep price. At $575, this smartphone is a glorified gaming device that sacrifices a few key things that make for an ideal everyday use. The second product on our list is the OnePlus 7 Pro. This is our best overall smartphone capable of gaming, coming at $614. For those who want a good overall smartphone that is capable of high-quality gaming instead of the other way around, the OnePlus 7 Pro is an excellent option. It is priced a bit higher on the scale at $614, but it's a no-nonsense phone that gets a lot of things right, making it a versatile contender. The OnePlus 7 Pro sports a gorgeous QHD+ AMOLED display with a resolution of 1440 by 3120. That's immensely impressive out of the box, especially considering it runs at 90Hz, which is great for gamers. Developed in part by Samsung, this QHD+ display can also be switched down to full HD resolution for the purpose of saving battery life. The same can be said for the 90Hz refresh rate. The smartphone runs on the Oxygen OS Android skin, which is one of the snappiest and most responsive skins around. Couple this with the inclusion of game mode, and it's clear that the phone was conceived as an all-purpose powerhouse. It also sports an Adreno 630 GPU to hammer out games with little to no trouble. It's not lazy on the audio front either. The OnePlus 7 Pro includes fantastic stereo sound output that is clear and precise. Camera duties are no problem thanks to a 48-megapixel main camera with an ultra-wide-angle lens, plus an 8-megapixel telephoto lens with 3 times optical zoom. There's even a retractable front camera that snaps 16-megapixel shots. Shot quality isn't the best, but it's more than respectable for a phone that is trying to do it all. Battery life is slightly less than the Nubia Red Magic 3, with a 4000 mAh block that should last the day with no issues, considering you aren't maxing out your brightness while playing a lot of games. The ability to drop the refresh rate and resolution is vital to maximizing battery life depending on your situation, and the inclusion of these features makes it great when you're going to be out for the day or traveling. That being said, it's a little on the heavy side. The OnePlus 7 Pro is a force to be reckoned with. It can easily tackle gaming while offering excellent everyday quality that you'd come to expect from a traditional smartphone. The features include excellent display, 6.67 inches, QHD Plus AMOLED, the resolution is 1440 by 3120 pixels, the type is an AMOLED, the cover glass is 3D Corning Gorilla. Camera support. There's a triple rear camera, 48MP main plus 16MP ultra-wide-angle plus 8MP telephoto. Video is 4K resolution at 3060 FPS, 1080p resolution at 3060 FPS. The super slow motion is 1080p videos at 240 FPS and 720p video at 480 FPS, and the time-lapse and video editor are included. Strong hardware. The memory is 256GB plus 8GB, a dual LED flash, Snapdragon 855 CPU, and Adreno 630 GPU. The pros are top-shelf performance. This smartphone is designed with conventional smartphone tasks in mind, yet is capable of gaming at extremely high levels. Great display. The QHD Plus AMOLED display sports a beautiful resolution with a 90Hz refresh rate, both of which can be turned down to save battery life if needed. Decent cameras. This smartphone features great camera support even if not the best in its class. And for the cons, large and heavy. This smartphone is packed with lots of hardware, but that results in a heavier than normal smartphone. The first product on our list is the Asus ROG Phone 2. This is the best smartphone for gaming overall, coming at $700. Our choice for best overall gaming smartphone goes to the Asus ROG Phone 2, a gaming-centric phone with a $700 price tag, but all the features and functions necessary to make it a fantastic everyday device as well. Asus is no stranger to gaming, and its ROG line, or Republic of Gamers, is proof of that. Here, Asus has created a dynamite gaming smartphone powered by a Snapdragon 855 Plus CPU, along with an astonishing 12GB of RAM, a monstrous 512GB of internal storage, and an unbelievable 6000 mAh battery. This smartphone is no slouch. The AMOLED display is simply stunning, offering up 10-bit HDR with a 1 millisecond response time and 120Hz refresh rate for ultra-high performance gaming. The refresh rate can also be dialed down to 90 or 60 Hz to save battery life if you think you need it. The resolution of the display tops out at 1080 by 2340, however, which is significantly less than the OnePlus 7 Pro. The lack of a QHD Plus display is a bit disappointing for a smartphone with this much raw, unbridled power, but it's not the end of the world. It doesn't disappoint when it comes to camera options either. There's a 48-megapixel and 13-megapixel set of rear cameras, plus a 24-megapixel selfie camera, which offer up pretty great photographs that fall short of professional-level shots. Clearly, that's not what this smartphone was designed for. The ROG Phone 2 likes to offer gaming-centric features, including the Armory Crate, which consists of a games lobby and console where you can browse through available games and then set up specific performance profiles for each. You can also use this suite to overclock the CPU, speed up the cooling fan, or tailor your RGB lighting. It also includes air triggers on the outside of the phone that can be mapped to specific functions. Battery life is insane thanks to the 6000 mAh capacity of the device, which easily meets the requirements of high frame rate gaming. With regular use, you can get multiple days worth of use out of a single charge, and recharging the device is fast and breezy thanks to a 30-watt hypercharger that can bring the battery to almost half in about 30 minutes. The only thing we miss is wireless charging, but that's a small caveat. The ROG Phone 2 thrashes the competition with its gaming-centric design that doesn't skimp very much on everyday smartphone features either. If you want the best of both worlds and can justify the $700 price tag, we think it's the best option for dedicated gamers. The features include powerful hardware, Snapdragon 855 Plus gaming phone 2.96Hz CPU. Great screen, the world's first 120Hz per 1 millisecond AMOLED 10-bit HDR display. Incredible battery, monster 6000 mAh battery with ROG Hypercharge and side charging design with front-facing speakers. The pros are maximum gaming. This smartphone focuses primarily on achieving monstrously powerful gaming performance while still serving as an excellent everyday smartphone. Top-notch battery. This smartphone sports unheard of battery life with a 6000 mAh capacity designed to last for days and recharge in just over 1 hour. And for the cons, no QHD+. The AMOLED display lacks QHD+ resolution, which is a letdown for a smartphone of this caliber. No wireless charging. This smartphone does not feature wireless charging, which is a minor drawback. Thanks for watching, and that's all for this video. If you liked this video and it helped you out in any way, please give the video a like and hit that subscribe button. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Till next time, I'll see you later.